Hello, Star Wars Galaxy Hero players. This is HK58, and today I'm going to be talking about some stuff before the preview, the update that should be happening today. Mainly because I assume it should happen today because we do not have. These are the only three. What's the right word? Events that are going on, and tomorrow said we were supposed to have an R2-D2 event. I did that on my last video, just covering the updates. So. Yes, so what we're going to do, I'm going to try to predict if there's any, I'm hoping there is a rework for Luke Skywalker, the farm boy. I think that should be called Luke Skywalker, it should be titled Luke Skywalker, parentheses, farm boy, so they have different variations. Because he is the farm boy in this. And I think it'd be kind of cool to actually have his hat, if they actually do an update with that too. But right now we have two... not unlocked just yet, but they have two different his leader ability and unique ability can be Zeta'd. I don't know what they'll do with the A New Hope. They may even just throw an Omega on that. But some people be like, oh, it'd be cool to see a Zeta. Yeah, I personally say Omega and have like a few more stats added, but they might add something to it. I will not predict that one because I don't have any ideas for that, but this one is kind of interesting. So at 7 he has 34% chance to gain crit chance up for 2 turns at the start of each of his turns. I'm sure if they Zeta, that percentage will go up to 45, maybe 50. Probably, I would say 40 to 50% range chance. He might even add another chance of gaining maybe speed up even, or accuracy up, or he actually has accuracy based on the number of rebels, or who knows. We'll be excited if we actually do see an update. Excuse me. An update, I will say, would be 100% viable. Well, would be 100% amazing for him. Because he has 2 slots that can be Zeta'd, if not 1 Zeta, 1 Omega, like this one. And I'm sure they'll change some damage. So I pulled up a SWGOH.gg. I just wanted to show the damage output before. I'm going to try to do this when a new character's scheduled to be, or is going to be reworked, if there's going to be any mention of it. Unless it actually happens like a snap quick, then I'll try to get SWGOH.gg up. But this is the excuse me, the full look of it. So frontier marksmanship deals physical damage to target enemy. If this attack scores a critical hit, gain 40% turn meter and inflict damage over time for 3 turns. I'm sure they could always add some sort of, like, maybe the percentage will go up on this. The power damage, the damage may go up by 200 to 500, if that. But he still hits pretty hard as some damage, especially if he's critting. He's obviously going to be doing a lot more damage. Bullseye, deal physical damage to target enemy. If this attack scores a critical hit, stun the target for 1 turn and inflict defense down and speed down for 2 turns. So you're doing 3 things, and I'm sure they could reword this a little bit to make it to where it'll do something if it's not a critical hit, but if it is, you get more bonus for that. And draw a bead. That made no... I don't get how that... I get the A New Hope. A New Hope. That makes sense, because he is kind of the A New Hope from the movie A New Hope. Ha ha ha. But just having tenacity is not going to do any good. But the nice thing is he gives all allies. So his leadership could be, his farm boy leadership could be an all ally thing. Which would be kind of cool. Like maybe all allies gain like 65 tenacity or 55 tenacity. Something, raise that up a little bit. Because tenacity is always good, because we got Grand Admiral Thrawn, the first character that you ever see have 100% tenacity. So I'm sure, like, he'll probably make it. They may change it to where he does rebel allies get this much and other allies get this much. And if that's the case, then rebel allies should get 65% tenacity, and all other allies gain 45% tenacity. That's something interesting. He could give some accuracy. There's some amazing stats that can be given to that. Draw a beard, like I said, the chance could go up. Getting critical chance up. Maybe if, like, I know this is a long stretch, but if he's with Biggs, he could give Biggs something. But I think that should be saved more for the pilot Luke. That would make more sense if they actually get instead of a duo, they get a trio working together. Like, you got Wedge, Biggs, and pilot Luke Skywalker. Or Luke Skywalker pilot, X-Wing pilot, or something like that, to where they work as a trio. But then that would bring Wiggs back with a whole nother thing. They could even change it to where if Wedge, or if, like, I know this would be kind of crazy, but if Biggs does his one attack, I'm going to go back over to the game to look up Biggs. Here he is. If Biggs does Comrade in Arms, if Wedge is present, he attacks as well. If Luke is present, he'll replace the random call a random ally to assist or something. I don't know that. And if Luke Skywalker is present, he is that random ally. So it could be kind of interesting. So they have Wiggs Chase combo or something. I don't know, but yeah, sorry, getting off track there a little bit. Let's go back to Luke. But yeah, I really think that he will get a rework, but I obviously, I'm hoping he does, because he just does not fit well with what he's how he's built. He's just not that great. But like I said, a lot of fans are hoping. I even talked about him in the Tatooine Factions Pass, where I was thinking he could also be reworked with Jawas and Tuskens. If they did that all in 1 month, that would be kind of cool. But it looks like they're not going to be doing that. They're just going to be doing... But that's fine. If they do Luke Skywalker now, obviously they don't need to be throwing him in the Jedi... Or I mean the Tatooine faction, or like a Tatooine Factions Pass, mainly because he's not part of a faction on Tatooine. He's just a farm boy. Unless they eventually bring in farm boys, and then bring the little kid Anakin from Episode 1 while he's on Tatooine. Yeah, that'll happen. But outside of that, yeah, that's excuse me, that's what I'm thinking. Will happen. I'm sure they'll up damage or change some percentages here and there. But having some more options with Draw a Bead and A New Hope, that make him maybe even more viable. But yeah, that's my thoughts on Luke Skywalker. Like I said, I do hope he gets a rework. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think on what ideas that could be reworked into him. It's always fun to theorize, predict, and even maybe throw out some ideas yourself. Because he is also the daily login rewards, which is kind of nice. So you'll be able to get about 30 or so login rewards, which will help my Luke Skywalker out anyways. Mainly because mine is at 28 out of 100. So yeah. But yeah, thanks for watching. And have a wonderful day.